Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Wednesday, September 15th. Looking at the impact map, starting off with today, we do have some winds up in the mountains of central Idaho, gusting close to 30. We do have large fire activity there as well. There's also some breezes off the Sierra front. We have more widespread wind over southern Utah and southern Nevada. The further east you go, however, the fuel's not as critical. That's one thing working in our factor. Much stronger winds developing on Friday ahead of a powerful cold front. Also, those strong winds extending up into the north, where we do currently have some large fire activity. Also, strong winds where we have some of our driest fuels off the Sierra front. Surface smoke this afternoon and tomorrow. You see it picking up in activity across the southern Sierra, hitting into parts of southern central Nevada. Not as much smoke, though, as we've had in previous days. We had no precip or lightning in the past 24 hours. Initial attack overall light. We did have one somewhat larger fire up in western Idaho. Precip the past 7 days, you can see on the left how dry it's been for most areas, except for some of the convective activity. We've had thunderstorms, but it's really about 2 weeks ago we had our last monsoonal push across the south and east. And you can see how the ERCs are affected with the 50% or below, covering much of the eastern geographic area. Our driest fuels right now are in the north, up in the mountains of central Idaho, drying rapidly across Nevada. And that's because of strong high pressure building in. But we are watching this trough of low pressure up in Canada. Very tight wind belt we have through here, and that's going to be significant as it moves southwards, affecting us with wind. And that tight wind belt we see up here on the left in Idaho, we do have high risk for winds up in the north, just hot and dry further south. You can see those winds here in the orange and purple, 25 to 35 miles per hour. Humidities in the teens up north and much drier, single digits further south. A bit of a lull on Thursday. Little trough of low pressure coming in, still dry, still seasonably warm. There in the green here is the next approaching cold front with moisture, but also dry air ahead of it. You can see still pretty dry on the right-hand side with the humidities, teens in the north, single digits in the south. You see the strong winds over southern Idaho, and purples gusting over 40. The humidities are low. There could be some isolated fires in the finer fuels, but most of the fuels have moistened up quite a bit. But it is Friday that we're most concerned about. This front is taking shape, drier air pushing in, stronger winds. We have high risk, several areas, western Nevada, along the Nevada-Utah border, not further east because fuels are too moist, and again up in the north. You can see those winds right along the border of Utah and Nevada, gusting close to 50 miles per hour. 35 to 40 miles per hour in the north, and probably close to 40 miles per hour right along the Sierra front. Very dry humidities once again. No precip to speak of, but the precip does start approaching on Saturday with this belt of green. This is where the showers will be lining up just on the fringe, northwest fringe of our area, but ahead of it, we will have wind to contend with. And then we do see the trough really taking shape. Lots of clouds, wet weather coming in. This will be a long duration wetting rain for the north. You can see where PSAs turn green, but we still have wind issues just ahead of the front, and then finally moistening up behind it as the precip and higher humidity hits all areas. High pressure starts returning to dry things out across western Nevada, where precip will be sparse once again. 7-day precip totals, you can see where the wetting rains occur. The best of it will be in the mountains of central Idaho and Wyoming, maybe far northwest Nevada, and Sierra front, otherwise dry elsewhere. The 8 to 14-day outlook shows cooler than normal temperatures, drier than normal, though, still in most areas, but a little bit of a wet signal up north. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.